Hello everyone, this is Alan from Ecom Simplified. Today I'm going to show you how to change the colors of the Add to Cart button and the Buy It Now button color for a Shopify store. As you may know, if you change these button colors from the theme editor, it will change the colors of the whole theme. So today I will go through quickly how to do it through the theme editor that changes the whole theme, or just specifically on the product page itself or the product section itself. So we go to a Shopify backend and go look at the online store. We can look at the debut theme as an example. So first of all, if you wanted to customize the button colors, you'd go to customize, you go to the theme editor, and then you can check out your product and see the colors there. You can go to the product page and you can see the same as well. So to change it through the theme editor, you would go to the theme settings and then you'll go to colors, and in there you can change the primary button colors. So if we try changing this to red, it will change all your theme's buttons, such as the product here and the subscribe button and the checkout button and so forth. So if that's not what you're wanting and you're just wanting to change the colors of just the product page itself for many reasons, such as making it stand out, point of difference, then we can do this by editing some code. So we go back out to the theme page. We will go to actions and then edit code. When the theme editor appears, there's one specific file that we want to look for, and that file is called theme.css. So this file, it can be a bit confusing with the amount of files in here, but if you go down, it's under the assets folder. It's this one called theme.css. The other way that you can find this quite easily is type theme in the file directory, and then just open that up, as it will only show the files that has that word in it. So this theme.css file is a file that kind of governs all of your styling and look of your website. So what we want to do is just go straight down to the bottom. We'll ignore everything in there and just go to the bottom. Maybe make a few lines extra and we'll add some code in. So how this file works is that anything that you put at the bottom, it reads from top to bottom. So the bottom is read last, so it kind of replaces whatever styling you have beforehand. So what we want to do is we'll add in some code to replace the Add to Cart button color. So we'll try that first. So I've got some code prepared already to save time, and to Add to Cart button color, we'll test that first. So this is the color we want changed. So this is the Add to Cart button color. I've added a comment just so we remember what it's for. Now we save this and go to the front end and refresh this. You can see that now it has changed to blue with black font and red border. So you can also see that when on hover, that needs to be changed as well to whatever matches your style. So it's very much the same code. Now we'll add a few more lines and add it right beneath the previous code we added. So rather than just the accent code we're adding a hover section with a different color. So now that we can control both of them, you can make them the same color if you wish to, but we're just changing it so it looks slightly different and we can recognize the differences quite easily. We'll save this and then we'll go back to the front end and we'll refresh the page. And you can see that the hover color is also changed. Now if we do the same with the Buy It Now button color, and this time I'll just copy the whole block to change the color and the hover. So enter new space and then paste it in as well, and then save. And then I've just made it the same color as above so we can easily recognize them. So refresh the page in the front end, and you can see that the colors are now what we set it to be. So you can see that if we try look at other colors though, it is still the same. Not this one because this is a slightly different style and it's not affected by our current code. But if you click add to cart, this is actually the same color. You can consider leaving it to be the same, but if you want to just be this part that's changing, then we must need to do another thing to target this section alone. So how we can do that is we'll right click and go to inspect. I'm using Google Chrome as a browser, but all of the browsers generally have an inspection kind of tool. So what we want to try and find out is how can we focus on this one section alone. So we go to selecting an element up here, just hover over here and kind of see what this section is. So this looks like the one that I like here, which targets this one section. So if I click here, you can see that the product single meta covers that area. So if we just copy this code over to our theme file, it will just focus on this section. So we'll copy this and go back to our editor, and we'll add this part into all of our code. It does need a full stop, as that is the class of this section. And once we add the product single meta in front of all of them and save, what that means is it only focuses on that section with all of the previous code that we've added. So we go back to our front end, we will refresh the website, and now if you click add to cart, you can see that this is now back to normal because the code we've added does not affect this part anymore. So this would just be edited through your theme editor as per usual, and this is overriding your theme editor styling, if that makes sense. So that is pretty much it in a nutshell. The only other thing you like to consider, obviously, is changing the colors of these kind of bit too bright colors here. So these are called hex colors, and you can just Google hex colors and copy and paste whichever color you prefer. And that is pretty much it for the debut theme. So if we want to consider another theme, you can absolutely do the same thing. So we've got Brooklyn and minimal theme here as well as an example. If we go to edit the code for that, and then the same thing, you want to define theme.css. However, you can now see that every theme can look slightly different in terms of the files and the coding. So for Brooklyn, you have to look up the same file name, but it's called theme.scss.liquid instead of theme.css, but it will still come under the assets folder. So we open up this file, again, we'll go all the way to the bottom. We'll add in the same colored code that we added before, but this time we don't want to add the product meta part because that is actually different for all the themes. So all the themes actually have different codes, as you probably would have realized by now, but you can see that this is now the same color. So if we again want to do this for another theme, you can do this for a minimal theme. So we can go to edit code, then we'll go to find the same file. So this is actually still called theme.css.liquid as well. Again, scroll down on the very bottom, add this code in and save. And if we preview, this should now also be the same color. You can see that actually for minimal theme, it's different. The code might not apply for this one. So if we look at this theme, the minimal theme, so we'll take a look at to see why this button didn't change color. is because this one actually is called button secondary. It doesn't have the accent part. So if we go back to here and remove this part because it's different and save, and this is for the minimal theme only, so every theme can be slightly different, and go back here and refresh your page, you can see it is now gone back to the regular color that we wanted it to be changed to. Alright, so that's the color changing in a nutshell. Again, if you want to specifically target a section, you have to look at the section by inspecting and then just finding that section to add in front of the code. So for example, again, it is product meta in the debut theme that we did, and so that won't change any of the other colors. Thank you very much, and that's it for today. If you have any questions, please comment or ask through the video. If you like the video, please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you later. Thank you.